Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another MLP Infection AU. Today, we are looking at My Little Legacy Friendship is Dead by Milebucks. So, don't know anything about this, we're just gonna jump right on in here. Stage 1, Transmission, Blood and Saliva, okay. Small fever, chills, redness at infection site, and anxiety. We love that. We love a little anxiety in the morning. Notes, infection is nearly invisible at this stage. Further infection may be prevented if amputation is possible. Still hope for patient. Infection times may vary depending on infection location. Infection location, no. Sounds kind of rhythmic. Okay, so right on the leg there. I love the skull. Stage 2. Brain fog and confusion. Severe fever, nausea, and vomiting, swelling at infection site, dehydrated. Notes, afflicted seem to be in a far more discomfort at this stage. Still coherent and responsive. Infection may be mistaken for a less severe illness, and some ponies might not seek medical attention. My brother, if your leg has I don't know, freaking colored veins, like super colored, like they're literally popping out. Like I can clearly see them like this. And most importantly, it looks like it's rotting. All right, it's literally turning black with necrosis. You gotta go see somebody. I don't care what you think. You gotta go see somebody if you have this going on here. So some soap and water ain't gonna cut that out. So I think this is more of a zombie vibe. Oh, yeah. Definitely more zombie vibe. Spores begin to appear on body, vomiting blood, irritation and paranoia, hallucinations, random bursts of energy. Oh, ooh, those, ooh. Okay. Some ponies are still coherent during this stage. Patients will perceive other ponies as a threat and will try to attack. They often believe they are defending themselves. They may have occasional moments of clarity. Magic begins to fade from patient. Okay. Gosh. Okay. I'm all for it. Hair loss, boils begin to appear on body, infection site starts to rot, sores begin to spread, complete loss of self. Notes, extremely violent, most dangerous stage, infected Pegasi can still fly. Good for them, that's not good at all. I really don't, this is all tar. There is nothing living back here. This is all mush. And this too, is that all saliva? Oh no, I'm sorry, they're rotting, that's hair. Oh man, at what point do we start putting ponies down for their own good, you know? Oh, definitely before this point. Definitely before this point. Holy cow. Hair is almost completely fallen out. Feathers fall out. Eyes start to recede. Rotting skin. Love that. Limbs start to grow. Severe loss of weight. Start to grow, you say? What do you want to elaborate a little bit? Severe loss of weight. I'm just kidding. Kill on sight beyond all help. Yeah. No, I don't. That's terrifying. Just crunch. Freaking pretzel skin. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Is this the same? This the same character? Are these two related? Because if they grow wings and a horn, that's not good. So this is definitely leading me kind of more down a zombie route, if I am to guess. And that's just kind of how it seems. I'm here for it. You know, it's been too long since we had like a plain Jane sort of zombies thing. Like the Trotting Dead. Oh man, do y'all remember the Trotting Dead? Classic. It's just a Walking Dead spin, but still really interesting when, for it just being a short little thing. Love to see more of that, if I'm being honest. I don't know what to do. Maybe writing will help me think. I'm already botching it. Love that. Good start. My dear friends, it's been far too long since I've last written to all of you. Written all of you, but you know, whatever. You've all been gone for so many years now. Oh, how I wish you could still somehow hear me today. It's been nearly 100 years since I've taken rule over Equestria. I have no idea how Celestia ever did this on her own. I'm barely managing. Oh no! Oh, Fluttershy, Rarity, Pinkamena, Diane Pie, Applejack, and Rainbow. Oh no! Oh no, the doomed romance. Oh, that's so sad. Oh no! That's good though, I like the art. Very pretty work. 90 years ago, after I had sent her to Ponyville, Lusterdon had proved herself time and time again. She and her friends represented the elements of harmony just as we had, and with that she earned herself the title of Princess of Friendship. That's your job though. You can't just delegate that task. Over time, as she grew into her princess role, she took on her own protege, Starshine Nova. Starshine was just as bright, though. She struggled just as we had. She didn't believe making friends was necessary. Ah, yes, the associates. Oh, you mean my associates? Yeah, they're fine. Though Ponyville had changed, the tradition did not. She was soon sent to Ponyville to make friends. Without a hitch, Starshine had found her a place, an own group of friends to help her learn and grow. It was a time of peace across Equestria. Despite disputes were solved, grudges were forgiven. Though nothing lasts forever, one night the statue containing Cozy Glow, Queen Chrysalis, and Lord Tirek, I'll never figure out how to pronounce his name. I'll never, I mean, I've obviously said it right at some point, but frick. I don't know, that R really messes with me. By morning, it was discovered that the trio had escaped their stone prison and were at large. That's not even true, forget what I just said. Equestria was put on high alert. Starshine and her friends were the first to try and locate the three. That is not good. Why are they at a public park also? Like, I feel like they are something you would want to, like, keep locked up in, like, your basement somewhere. I don't know why you would just allow three great villains, like, hell-bent on destroying everything, or completely converting your societal rule. You just, like, leave them, let's just push this right in front of the park fountain. There we go, that looks good right there. I mean, I get it, history lesson, but, like, I don't know, maybe put him in a, like, more well-guarded museum or something. I don't know. Obviously, those don't really work out in a lot of tropes, because the guards apparently are always pretty incompetent when it comes to that sort of thing. It wasn't long before the new main six were able to locate Lord Tirek. I freaking hate my life. Well, he wasn't much of a fight. He wasn't cooperative in helping locate the other two. He was thus sent back to Tartarus, leaving him to rot. This poor guy didn't do anything this time. He just was like, he just escaped somehow and then was just given the middle finger once they found him again. That's crazy. I kind of feel bad for him that time. That's funny. That's good though. I like that. We had then turned to Discord to try and locate the two fugitives, despite our best efforts. Oh, he doesn't know. We were never able to find them. It was as if they had just vanished. No one was certain of their plan, but we were prepared nonetheless. A few years later, Fluttershy passed away. Her age had gotten to her, and her passing truly took a toll on every pony, especially Discord. Oh, the bunnies! Oh no, the bunnies! Oh no! Shortly after her death, Discord took some time away to mourn. He said he would one day return, though I never saw him again. That's kind of crazy. Like, he could technically just leave indefinitely and be like, I'll return someday, it's okay. Then becomes completely forgotten about in history. Oh. These were originally in video format, so I did the slideshow version. That's probably why this slide looks like that versus, you know, normal. Also, what the frick? Why? Who are you? Oh, are you Nova? No. Luster? I see, it's always the color palettes. because they always get so, like, clouded. Twilight. Oh, ugh. No, this is definitely zombie vibe. Fire outside. Beautiful. Beautiful. Twilight. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, so Silver Shoals. That's pretty. Let's see. We should pay a visit to Cantalot. It's been far too long since we've last gone. I wonder how Twilight is. She still writes me from time to time. How is Luster Dawn doing? Twilight said she was doing well. She even has her own protege now. Crackle pop pop. These two are probably talking about, yeah, remember that time we just shoved everything off onto Twilight? It looks like she's finally learned to do the same. Good for her. It's just the princess business, you know how it is. Well, we'll have to see them soon. Maybe we could finally teach them about sun and moon magic. That way we can officially retire and relax. Oh, okay, I see. Perhaps. It would be a good idea, especially considering we won't be here forever. I think they're ready for it by now. I'll have to write up a spell for them later. Alright then, it's settled. I'm going to go make sure the dream realm is in order. Good night, sister. Step, ting, wobble wobble. Whoosh, clack, click. I wonder what we'll do once we pass on our magic to Twilight and Luster Dawn. We'll actually have mornings and nights to ourselves. I believe those two can handle it. No more fighting over breakfast would be a dream. Clop, clop, clop. Whew. I'm guessing that's a whoosh. Oh, frick. Whoa. Oh, that's wind. Woo. Creak. Hi, Luna. Long time no see. What? Who are you? Oh, don't tell me you've forgotten who I am after all these years. You see me every time you go to Ponyville. Big statue. Hard to miss. How did you get that bell again? I'm not letting you get away. About that, I'm not here to play around. Crack. Splash. Gosh, that's fun. That's a pro gamer move right there. That is crazy. Yeah. I get it for the plot's sake, right? Nothing wrong with that. I always just wonder why, though. The villain's given the monologue. Just stop them. Just stop them before they get to that, before they finish. You know, that's kind of the route I would take. Just the more direct, get it over with. We know they're bad. But obviously you can't really do that if you don't want story or plot. So I completely understand. Step, sip, crackle, pop. That probably did not sound good. Step. I thought that said sniff. Crackle, pop, pop. Luna? I didn't hear you come back outside. Luna? Uh-oh. Hello, Celestia. It's so nice seeing you again after all this time. I've been waiting for this day for years. Uh-oh. Chrissy. Chrysalis. Dopolis. Uh-oh. That's not good. Whoosh. Wind. Wind sound effects. Boom. Whoa. What the frick? What the frick? What? Holy frick. She's got the freaking Alicorn amulet, right? Did I see that correctly? Oh, yeah, she does. Oh, frick. Frickola. Oh, man. Oh, dear. I'm in danger. This is bad. That's bad. That's not good. That's not good at all. Ooh, that's pretty. I love it. I love beautiful art like this. Hours later. Okay. Twilight, Slam, wake up, huh? What? Twilight, Celestia, Luna are gone. Yawn, Spike. I know they retired decades ago. Are you okay? Aw, that's so sweet. No, they're gone, Twilight. What? They're home. It's just a crater. The moon hasn't moved at all. That is crazy. I'm sorry, Twilight. We need to go to Silver Shoals. That's what do we do? That got me for a second. Upon arrival to Silver Shoals, I realized just how bad the situation was. That is crazy. That is a crater. Dang. I couldn't wrap my head around how this even happened. I wasn't sure what to do. Ponies of Silver Shoals weren't sure what had happened. All they had saw was an explosion. The moon taunted me as I struggled to figure out a solution. I had no means of moving the sun or moon. It took weeks of studying and research, but I'd finally found a solution. I'd take a grid. Gosh, yeah, freaking the mispronunciations. Ugh. It'd take a great deal of magic. I wouldn't be able to do it on my own. After some discussions, a decision was made. Lusterdon would control the sun and I would see over the moon. Okay, okay. Yeah, it's easy for me to mispronounce something or whatnot because the brain power that is. It's also the same thing with trying to process the story, right? Talking does a lot of it. Then you read the story. You gotta make sure you can read it, and then it's just freaking you trip on your own words and stuff. It's a process. I try my best. Finally, Lusterdon brought sunlight back to Equestria. The seemingly never-ending night was over. Ponies from all over gathered to celebrate and rejoice in its warmth. Once again, Equestria was at peace. Oh, we love to hear that. But we can't forget the fact that a frickin' miniature bomb was dropped on Celestia and Luna, calling in a hell bomb. Years later, time had passed and Lusterdon had fallen in love with one of our royal guards, Thundering Cloudburst. The two had gotten married and Lusterdon had become pregnant. The two had set off to the Crystal Empire to hold a birthing ceremony. Uh-oh. How's this gonna go? I was late to the ceremony, but once I had arrived, I couldn't believe my eyes. What can't she believe about him, Twy? Let's find out. Oh no. Oh, that probably sounded really bad. Oh no. Oh, that's horrible. The Empire was in ruins. The air was acrid with smoke and blood flowed throughout the streets. Homes were consumed by fire and mangled corpses littered their lawns. A burnt crater took the place where the Crystal Heart once was. Oh, what the frick? What? Is this where the infection took place? I see this dude over here. I can't tell if he's sick or if he's like a burn victim. Like I don't know what happened to this guy. Like he could be normal. What the? This is insane though. Oh God, Lord. Oh, upon entering the castle, I saw Princess Cadence. She couldn't, oh no, okay. She couldn't speak. Her jaw just barely hanging on by a thread. With tears running down her face, she gestured down the darkened hallway, seemingly urging me to head to the throne room. I didn't know what to do or how to react. I wasn't even sure how she was alive. Then I heard it. Wah, wah. Oh, the frick. Following the sound, I soon found the source. Lusterdon's two newborn foals, without their mother or father. What the frick? What the frick? What the? There's so much blood. This was definitely a freaking, like, an attack. I gathered the two foals and the tattered banner and fled knowing the Empire couldn't be saved. To contain the horrors within, I used all my strength to seal the ruins. There could still be survivors. Probably. Once again, the Crystal Empire was lost. Clutch. Oh my god. That... What the frick? That's the prologue. That's the frickin' prologue. That's the end of that prologue. So let's see. Cast here. Luminous, Evanfall, 23, Alicorn, Unicorn, Princess, Cantalon. Okay. Eldest daughter, Lusterdon and Thundering Cloudburst, fraternal twin of Dawn Blaze. She graduated at the top of her class at Celestia's School for Gifted Unicorns and was taken under Twilight's wing to be the next Alicorn princess. This is, they're very selective now on who they want to become princess. They're very biased, I would even say. She feels a great burden of responsibility due to her being one of the last alicorns. Despite Twilight's best intentions for the twins, a lot of pressure is put upon Lumi due to her more responsible demeanor and her being a unicorn. Unlike previous princesses, making friends came easily to her. Even though the twins butt heads more often than not, Lumi is always the first to defend Dawn Blaze, not tolerating any disrespect for her sibling. She wonders why Dawn Blaze can't stop being so irresponsible and rebellious, as it frustrates her so to see them give Twilight such a hard time. Dawn Blaze, so you're the difficult one, ain't you? Okay? I didn't have to read that one, y'all read it. The younger twin of Luminous Heavenfall, Twilight does not see that they are ready to be an alicorn, and they resent her for it. I mean, when you get down like to be that biased and you offer such power to somebody, you're gonna make them mad. Like, the freaking power gives people a lot of craziness with it. To be an alicorn, and they resent her for it. They get into trouble frequently for attention and are more often than not at odds with Lumi. They feel lesser than Lumi due to the fact that they weren't born a unicorn and due to the fact that Twilight chose Lumi to become an alicorn instead of the both of them. They are a great flyer, often prioritizing flying around instead of focusing on their own responsibilities. They were a bit of an outcast growing up, being viewed as abnormal for not being more in tune with their feminine side and for rejecting any royal duties. Some ponies view them as a jinx and a bad omen. Oh, that's not nice. Often saying things along the lines of them being a fast track to Equestria's next nightmare moon. Like I said, you start throwing around that kind of power to the other members of the family, and then you kind of get the crumbs. It might make you feel a little bit neglected and left out. Also giving me a bit of a Rainbow Dash vibe with the flying. Sunspots. Okay, Scholar Cantalot. Sunspots attended Celestia School for Gifted Unicorns with Lumi and graduated as the second best in her class. She is often embarrassed on her own family, who aren't as magically inclined as she is. Her father runs a jewelry business in Cantalot, making a decent amount of bits to keep their lifestyle more upscale and lavish. Just the perfect thing for royalty. She spends time studying and reading to improve her magical abilities. Wishing to be on par with Lumi, she is quite fond of Lumi, though is oblivious to the rest of the group. Yeah, no, oblivious. Knowing of her feelings, she is a bit distant to most until they get to know her. She often lets her knowledge get to her head, viewing herself as one of the smartest unicorns in Equestria. After Twilight and Lumi, she is not the fondest of Dawn Blaze due to their rebellious nature and disregard for magic. Okay. So this is going to be like a different main six sort of story, I suppose, is what's going on here. Which I'm all for, by the way. Earth Pony, Botanist, Apothecary. They set it up so it works out. So that's a lot. That says a lot. Flora comes from a small family within Ponyville, spending most of her time studying plants and flowers. During the day, she works as a botanist at the family store, but in her free time, she took up the trade of being an apothecary, often fetching special plants from the Everfree Forest. She is the eldest child, having two younger sisters, who she adores greatly. Lavender Fields and Rosebud, she met Silver Lining when he crash-landed into the Everfree Forest one day while she was gathering plants for an experimental potion. She helped him recover from a rash he got from landing in a bush of poison joke, and the two ponies have been inseparable ever since. It wasn't long before she was introduced to the rest of the group, becoming a fast friend to all. Oh, how sweet. Silver Lining. That's actually kind of a solid name for a pony. Royal Guard in training, okay. Silver is one of the strongest Pegasus in Cloudsdale, but he is not the brightest. He wishes to be a member of Cantalot's Royal Pegasus Guard. Like his father, he attended flight school with Dawnblaze in their earlier years. Although he is not nearly as good of a flyer due to his muscle mass, he often gives Dawnblaze a run for their bits. He was close friends with Dawnblaze during their upbringing, though the two drifted apart as they approached. their teen years, he often jokes with Lumi, saying that one day he'll be one of her royal guards. He is overconfident in his abilities, unaware of the fact you need to be more than just a strong flyer to be accepted within the guard's ranks. Despite all of his flaws, he brings a much-needed lightheartedness to the group, often lifting every pony's spirits with his charisma and humor. Chariz. Oh, Harvest Patch, I like that. That's a good design. That's fitting. That's a nice design. Harvest family are distant relatives of the apples. Everybody's in everything involving a fruit, a vegetable, a plant. Everything goes back to the apples. They're all related. Everybody's related. You got the pumpkin family, you got the grape family, you got the cranberry family. Freaking everyone's a family member. Everyone's a sibling. Oh, those are my siblings. Oh, those are my 188 cousins over there. Yeah, but freaking, that's a whole bit I'm not going down. But you get the idea. Harvest family and distant relatives of the apples, his family moving in decades ago and helping expand Sweet Apple Acres from an orchard to a fully fledged farm that provides many different fruits and vegetables. He could care less for farm work, but sticks with it out of dedication to his family's calling. He holds the record for growing the biggest pumpkins in Ponyville 3 years in a row. His parents call him Pumpkin, despite his disdain for the nickname. Oh, it's cute. He grew close with the twins growing up as Twilight would occasionally visit Sweet Apple Acres to check on Applejack's extended family and to pay her respects to her late friend. He is the closest with Dawnblaze due to, their more rough and tumble style, not being afraid to get dirty as opposed to their sister. Old versus new designs. Dang. And that is all for this series. There's something here. I'm still trying to find out where the infection comes into play, but even if it doesn't, this has been set up in such a way that I kind of just want to know what happened. They just looked like they just got splattered, like something fell on them. Like they all looked like they were zombies and eating each other in crud. I don't know. I don't know, but it's good. Very good art. I love it. Beautiful. I always find it interesting. Completely unrelated when artists say their stuff isn't good, but then, for example, it's stuff like this, and it's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You do great. You do just fine. Pat, you're fine. This is acceptable. I'm not using this as an example. I'm just saying purely just for those out there who might not think their talents are all there. Have confidence. But yeah, anyway, freaking that was good. That was good. I really like it. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. So thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed that, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace out.